Do you want to know how much money you can actually make with Amazon FBA? Over the last 6 months, I've been running an Amazon FBA business, and I want to share my experience with you. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how much money I made, what I learned, and most importantly, whether I think you should try it too. What is FBA? Before we dive in, let's get the basics down. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You find products to sell, ship them to Amazon, and they handle literally everything else. The sales, shipping, returns, the absolute lot. I went with an approach known as online arbitrage, which means I bought products from regular retail websites when they were on sale or just way cheaper than they sell on Amazon. I then resold them on Amazon for a profit. In fact, you've probably bought from an FBA seller without even realizing it. Let me take you through my exact journey. Once I'd done some research and learned how FBA worked, I was ready. On the 7th of June, I made my first purchase of a product to resell on Amazon. On the 24th, I made my first sale on Amazon. The first sale felt great. I could see the potential, I could see the profit. The next couple of months, I spent a couple of hours a week sourcing products, buying them, and then shipping them off to Amazon. You can see here, I bought from various e-commerce sites in the UK, including Amazon itself, WH Smith's, and a site called Pagita, among others. In total, I spent around £15,000 on products, along with £1,100 on expenses such as prepping costs, software, for a rough total of around £16,000. Now, it's important to note that I reinvested all the money I made from FBA back into FBA, so the 16K is probably around 10K investment and then reinvested and respun up. I also went hard on the software and other services, so my expenses are probably higher than they needed to be. Given that this was quite a lot of money spent and me wanting to focus on my software business, I decided to stop buying products in September and let my stock sell out, which in hindsight was probably a mistake. So how much money did I actually make on FBA? Well, at present, I'm sitting on around £1,700 in profit from 16K total and around £10,000 invested. I've had a total of £27,000 in orders on Amazon. It's probably more like 2K in profit, as I do still have some money coming in from Amazon. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty great return on my investment, roughly 10%, certainly more than the bank would give me. And realistically, it's only from 6 months, with 3 months of those actually working on it and the rest not. If I break down where I made most of my profit, it comes from the products I bought in the last month, and mainly from Quagita, which is basically a cosmetics wholesaler, along with WH Smith's, as they ran a killer sale where I was able to pick up some real bargains. And looking back, this makes sense, given that at the start I was still learning, still new, making mistakes, but by the end of August, I got the formula down and knew what to do. So the later items I bought were real winners. Whereas at the start, they were not making me much, or some even lost me money. Now in hindsight, big mistake I made was stopping buying products in September, as I said, as I missed out on a huge amount of profit at Christmas. But I'm okay with this decision, as I decided that I didn't want to focus on FBA in the long term. But considering I really only did 3 months, then stopped, I literally only looked at the profits coming in, I'd say £1,700 is a pretty good success. My thoughts on FBA. Here's the thing, FBA is a legitimate business model that absolutely works. The barrier to entry is surprisingly low. You just need some starting capital, maybe £2,000, time to learn the ropes, and the initiative to start. However, I realized that this wasn't the right path for me, and here's why I thought that. First, it wasn't utilizing my core skills. I've got 10 years experience as a software engineer, and I was using none of those skills. The skills I have are a real force multiplier and are hard to learn, so I'm silly not to utilize them. It's kind of like having a superpower and just not using it. Second, it didn't align with my long-term goals of creating a sustainable business that I'm in control of. Yes, I could have scaled into a full-time income in a year or two through FBA, but I want to build a business that isn't reliant on Amazon. Also, money isn't my singular goal. Third, I just wasn't that interested in it. Beyond seeing the profit come in, which really was a great feeling, I just didn't click with FBA. Honestly, I just didn't find it challenging and stimulating enough for me. Fourth, I've already got a lot on my plate with my software business and YouTube. So despite the easy money that FBA brings, it does have some headaches as well. And I just decided that FBA was the thing I was happy to drop. Who should consider FBA? Despite it not being right for me, I think FBA is a perfect fit for certain people. First, those who are looking to escape their 9 to 5 in the next couple of years, FBA can definitely replace a full-time income if you've got a couple of £1,000s to invest and you're willing to put in the work and time. I've seen many people do this and make more than I did as a software engineer, which is crazy to think. Second, if you're completely new to business, the systems for FBA are all laid out for you. Amazon handles the hard parts like finding customers, warehousing and shipping. You just need to focus on finding good products to sell. And I don't think this can be emphasized enough. There's pretty much no business that you can start, have instant access to customers, logistics, marketing, all those things which are super difficult. Amazon does it all for you. With FBA, you can start making money very quickly and focus on just one thing, getting the right products to sell. Third, people who don't have their own business idea yet want to start making money themselves. FBA is just laid out for you. It's so easy to start, the path is there for you. It's also worth mentioning that I think FBA is kind of like a gateway drug for a lot of people. Once you get started, it opens up so many opportunities in business and entrepreneurship. I think that most people who are successful with FBA take their profits and experience and expand into other businesses, like either building their own product or investing in other businesses, other products. FBA really is a great side hustle to start. The path is all laid out for you. You just need to take the first step and get started. There are, however, some cons to FBA that I really want to mention. First, you're building a business that is 100% reliant on Amazon. If Amazon decide to kick you off their platform, they can, and there is literally nothing you can do about it. Second, selling products from brands like Gucci, Lego, and Philips can bring a lot of profit. But if the brand decides it doesn't want third-party sellers on Amazon, you're out, and Amazon simply won't let you sell them anymore. Third, dealing with product deliveries, prepping the items, returns, can be a real pain. There are services out there to help you with this, but at the start, you need to do it all yourself to learn how it works and save the expense. However, despite these cons, I'd absolutely recommend FBA as a side hustle. As on balance, all these things can be mitigated. Follow the rules Amazon lays out, make sure you get permission to sell certain brands, and don't commit all your capital to one brand or product. And once you've learned how it all works, use a prep center to take deliveries, prep the products, and send them to Amazon for you. This allows you to focus on finding more products to sell and making more profit. I really do believe that FBA is the easiest side hustle and the quickest way to make money from scratch. I actually keep umming and ahhing about starting again, as it really is easy money. Who knows, I might actually start again. If you're interested in starting with FBA, I recommend checking out these resources. First, the FBA Mogul group on Discord. My brother does run this, so I am slightly biased, but it's 100% free, and it's a great community of like-minded people to learn from. Reddit, the Fulfillment by Amazon community, is great and have a lot of knowledge. And YouTube, just search FBA. There's loads of creators producing really valuable content for you. Would I recommend FBA? Yes, especially if you fit into one of the categories I mentioned. It's a legitimate business model that definitely works, but you need to be clear about your goals and whether this aligns with them. It's easy money, but it does take time and work. Don't expect to get huge profits with no effort or no work. If you're looking to break away from your 9-to-5 job, I'm launching a free Discord community for like-minded people to share their experiences and help each other through the journey. Check out the video description below for a link to the No 9-to-5 Society's Discord. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. If you've got any questions about FBA, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to share more details and answer any questions about my experience.